I woke up that morning, the day I died, thinking I'd like a lobster bisque. I showered. I had breakfast. Hermia has it timed so she finishes her cereal just as I begin mine. Something proud and untouchable in the way she eats her shredded wheat. A rebuke in the rhythm of her chewing, the curve of her back as she finishes her last bite, standing, washing out the bowl. Who cleans the bowl while they chew the last bite? She washes the bowl like this, getting rid of all the unchewed bits. No respect for the discarded. I walked to the subway in the rain. I didn't say goodbye. I didn't have an umbrella. I thought about going back for an umbrella, maybe giving Hermia an old-fashioned kiss on the cheek that would soften her face. But then I remembered the curve of her implacable back, and I forged ahead in the rain, umbrellaless. You know when people are so crushed together in the rain, in the city, so many people that no one person needs an umbrella because one umbrella covers 3 bodies, and everyone's yammering into their cell phones, and I'm thinking, where are all the phone booths gone? The phone booths are all dead. Everyone's yelling into their phones, and I hear fragments of lost love and hepatitis, and I'm thinking, is there no privacy? Is there no dignity? I get onto the subway, a tomb for people's eyes. Yeah, I believe that when a person's in transit, their soul's not in their body. It takes a couple minutes to catch up. Walking, horseback, that is the speed at which the soul can stay in the body during travel. So airports and subway stations are very similar to hell. Yeah, people are vulnerable, disembodied. They're looking around for their souls, how they get a shoe shine. That's when you bomb them in transit. But I didn't know that. I was buried in some advertisement for a dermatology office thinking about the sale of a cornea. The way I'm talking now, this is hindsight. My mind went dermatology, cornea, rain, umbrella, Hermia's a bitch, lobster bisque. I wouldn't really say that I sell organs for a living. I connect people, see? A man in Iran needs money real bad, but he doesn't need his own kidney. A woman in Sydney needs a new kidney, but she doesn't need her own cash. I bring these two together. You're a sick person, you want to deal with red tape? You want to be put on hold and listen to bad music for 7 years while your organs dry out? Is that love? No. Is that compassion? No. I make people feel good about their new organs. I call it compassionate obfuscation. Yeah, there are enough parts to make everyone whole, it's just that the right parts are not yet in the right bodies. We need the right man to redistribute. One umbrella covers 3 bodies. Truth for its own sake, I've never understood the concept. Morality can be measured by results. How good do you make people feel? You make them feel good, you're a good man. You make people live longer, great. Is it my job to stop executions in China? Hey, I don't have that kind of power. What I can do, however, is make sure that these miserable fucks who die for no good reason have a reason. I make sure their organs go to someone who needs them. Oh, there was this surgeon I knew who did organ extractions in China. Highly trained surgeon. He couldn't stand it after a while. Political prisoners not even dead yet made him sick. Now he's a sushi chef in New Jersey. I showed up at his counter one day. I ordered his hamachi. Excellent. I don't dip my sashimi in soy sauce. Sushi is for adults. You want to really taste your sushi? Taste it. Don't drown it in soy sauce. That's for children. I enjoyed my food in silence. I thanked him in Chinese. He looked a little startled. People assume he's Japanese. I said to him in Mandarin, "You don't want people to know about your old line of work. Neither do I." Left it at that. Ate my sushi. Now, you can tell with tuna whether they slice it from the belly or from the tail end. He always gave me the belly. It's the good part. But on that day, the day I died, I didn't want to eat something that reminded me of body parts. I get off the subway, go to the cafe, the place I always go. A familiar guy behind the counter, a giant with really huge knuckles. I said, I'll have the lobster bisque. And he says, sorry, we're out. That's all a casual, everyday thing to be on a lobster bisque on the day I was going to die. As though I could come back the following week, as though it were a friendly, careless matter. Sorry, we're out. So I said, did you have any 10 minutes ago? And the giant said, yes. So I said, is anyone at this restaurant currently eating a lobster bisque? And the giant said, well, yes. Who? And he points to a woman in the corner. A palish woman, sort of nondescript. I will purchase her a bowl of soup. What? He says. I pull out my wallet, take out 100. Then I see it. She's tilting the bowl to the side to scrape out the last bite. I watch it go into her little mouth, slow motion. Son of a bitch, I say. I'll have the lentil. I'm used to getting what I want, but today is not my day, so I'll have the lentil. Lentil soup is never that great. It's only ever serviceable. Doesn't really make your mouth water, does it, lentil soup? Something watery, something brown, with hot carrots, like death. Serviceable, a little mushy and warm in the wrong places. Not as bad as you think it's going to be, but not as good either. Suddenly, I feel my heart compressing, like a terrible bird in my chest. And I think, this is it. I'm finally punished. Someone's going to sell my heart to someone in Russia. So I think, use your cell phone, call the wife, tell her to give you a decent burial, organs intact. But the wife's not supposed to know you sell organs for a living. So just call the wife and say goodbye. But no, she doesn't love you enough to have the right tone of voice for your deathbed. The kind of voice you'd like to hear. Indescribably tender. A deathbed voice. No longer holding it in. The things people hold back from each other whole lives. Most people give in at the last moment, but not Hermia. No, she'll be sealed up. She'll keep a little bit extra for herself, that last nugget of pride. She'll reserve it for her tin can spine, so she'll have an extra ½ inch of height. That thing, that cold wedge between, I can't call her. No, a disappointment. So call your mistress. Or mother. No, mother would say, what a way to die, Gordon, in a cafe. Not mother. No. Dwight? A man doesn't call his brother on his deathbed. No, he wants to hear a woman's voice. But my heart keeps on heaving itself up out of my chest and into my mouth, and all I can think is that bitch over there ate all my lobster bits. This is all her fault. And I look at her. She looks like an angel. Not like a bitch at all. And I think, good. Good. I'm glad she had the last bite. I'm glad. Then I die.
No, you can't come to the phone right now.
Those days gone by.
Okay, yeah, I'll meet you.
Selfish selves.
What will you be wearing?
All our memories.
That's weird. You're wearing a gold top too. Okay, alright. See that.
So here it comes, all this never-ending loneliness, and I tremble like a leaf.
Dear God, please help me to help Gordon.
I fall to the ground.
Please help me to help the memory of Gordon live on in the hearts and the minds of his
I just
friends and his loved
want
ones.
him back again.
God, I only knew him for a short time, but
For a moment,
he said I loved him in a way. Dear God,
I just want
please
him
tell me that Gordon is
back
peaceful now.
again. For a moment, why can't it be? Why can't it be so? I don't know what to say. There is, thank God, a vaulted ceiling here. I'm relieved to find that there is stained glass and a sensation of height. Even though I am not a religious woman, I'm glad there are still churches. Thank God there are still people who build churches for the rest of us, so that when someone dies or gets married, we have a place to. I could not put all of this in a low-ceilinged room. No, it requires height. Could someone please turn their fucking cell phone off? There are only 1 or 2 sacred places left in the world today where there is no ringing. The theater, the church, the toilet. But some people actually answer their phone in the shitter these days. Some people really do so. How many of you do? Raise your hand if you've ever answered your cell phone while you were quietly urinating. Yes, I thought so. Yes? Any more? Liars. Where was I? Our reading. Laude tibi Christi. From Charles Dickens, Tale of Two Cities. A wonderful fact to reflect upon, that every human creature is constituted to be that profound secret and mystery to every other. No more can I turn the leaves of this dear book. Then the book should be shut forever when I had read but just a page. My friend is dead. My neighbor is dead. My love, the darling of my soul. Well. Look at this great big sea of people wearing dark colors. Used to be when you saw someone wearing black, you knew their beloved had died. Now everyone wears black all the time. We're in a perpetual state of mourning. But for what? Where was I? Gordon. Oh, I You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running just to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call. That's right, because you'll always have a machine in your pocket that might I don't know why I didn't see you at the funeral.
Oh, well, I was in the back.
Would you say that you tend to blend in with the crowd?
Well, I don't know. No,
You might wear brighter clothing or... a little mascara?
Well, it was a funeral, so I...
Fine, that's beside the point. Gordon left his telephone to you?
Yes.
Why?
Because he wanted me to have it. Look, why did you call him on his phone after the funeral?
I call him every day. I keep forgetting that he's dead. I do a little errand, take out my purse, and call Gordon while it stops in traffic. It's habit.
Sorry, it must be awful to lose a child.
It is. When someone older than you dies, it gets better every day, but when someone younger than you dies, it gets worse every day, like grieving in reverse.
Sorry.
I see it as my job to mourn him until the day I die.
Yeah.
Please sit down. So? Does anyone continue to call Gordon?
Yeah. Who? Oh, well, some business colleagues who don't know that he's dead.
Did you tell them that?
Yes.
I can't bring myself to tell anyone.
Well, I understand.
It's so painful. No,
I don't know.
Child.
No.
You don't have children?
No.
Why not?
I might have him one day.
You're getting older. How old are you?
Almost 40.
Married?
No.
How do you expect to have children then?
I don't know.
When you're 39, your eggs are actually 40, you know?
I could adopt.
It's better to have your own. They resemble its little ticks. Family eyebrow. Gordon's eyebrow.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Gordon and I had a little falling out, you know. After that, he never returned my phone calls.
Gordon called you the day he died.
What? How do you know?
It was on his outgoing calls. It said
It
Mom.
was?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Well, I deleted it by mistake.
Gordon called me.
Yes.
He wanted to speak with me.
Yeah.
How did you know Gordon anyway?
We worked together.
Really? No wonder you don't have any children.
Wait, what do you mean?
Gordon's line of work was toxic.
Yeah, it could be.
Did you do the outgoing or the incoming business?
The incoming?
Oh. I see. Why did you stay for dinner? Gordon's brother will be there, and his wife, you know, his
No,
widow.
I wouldn't want to impose. You must need your family time.
I need them.
No, you can't have it.
I suggest you hand it over quietly.
I won't.
I won't! Hand it over or I will kill you.
Don't be absurd. You can't have it.
You know nothing of Gordon's work, do you? It's big business and you're in over your head.
No. I'm afraid you're in over your head.